often have I ever had the desire to make ice cream? My brother-in-law called it the Ninja Creami. Oh my goodness. Wow. That alone may make it worth it for you. Yeah, this is seriously so good. This tastes so good. Alright, I will admit it, I've been completely influenced. I need to get off TikTok or I will continue to buy things that I probably don't need. But do I not need it? Or is this actually as life-changing as it seems like it is on TikTok? So if you're wondering what this is the Ninja Creami. This is basically a high-speed blender that can make ice cream or any type of frozen dessert that has the texture of ice cream, like sorbet, ices, anything like that, or really thick smoothies. So when I first heard about the Ninja Creami, I will admit I did not think this was something we needed. We did not need another small appliance in our house, and I was like, how often have I ever had the desire to make ice cream? Probably never. But then Ninja Creami TikTok found my For You page, and the number of amazing recipes people have been making is just crazy. So I managed to convince my now husband to add this to our wedding registry. He is not as chronically online as I am, so he had actually never heard of the Ninja Creami, but he was actually really intrigued with the idea of having an ice cream maker in our house. So shout out to my cousins, they bought it for us for our wedding, and over the past couple months we have been testing this and really giving it a go to see whether or not this thing is worth it. So in this video I'm going to be trying 3 viral recipes that I've never tried before while I share with you the pros and cons of the Ninja Creami. So let's go back a couple days for when I prep these 3 recipes. So I'm going to prep 3 different viral recipes that we will be trying, but I wanted to take you along on the process of getting them set up. Oops, so sorry, I thought I was recording. For the first recipe, we're going to make protein ice cream. We're going to do like a cookies and milk flavored protein ice cream. So I'm going to start with a base of just plain milk. Then we're going to add pudding mix. So I heard this pudding mix is what gives protein ice cream the creamy texture. So this one's sugar-free, but we'll see how it tastes. If it tastes too artificial, I might try again with just regular. Also, I got this one from Thrive Market, so I hope that it is good. I'm gonna put about half the packet in there. And then for added protein, we're gonna use muscle milk. Ooh, that pudding powder smells good. We're gonna use muscle milk. This is just in the vanilla cream flavor. And I don't love protein powder, so I'm probably only gonna put like half of a scoop. Yeah, we're gonna do half of a scoop. Got a little handheld mixer to mix it all together. Oh, that works so well. It's actually kind of frothing up, which is good. Once it settles, I'm going to fill the rest with milk and then pop it in the freezer. So this next one is going to be super, super easy, 1 ingredient. And that ingredient is a poppy grape soda. So I want to see if this will make like a really thick slushy. Think like icy. We're just gonna pour the whole can in there, pop this guy in the freezer. Last but not least, we are going to make an acai bowl. So I got these acai packets from Trader Joe's. I heard these packs need a little bit of sweetness, so I am going to add honey. Yeah, I mean, they say they're unsweetened, so definitely add your own sweetener. But I'm just gonna add 1 packet of this. I just tried a little bit of this, it does not taste good. I'm gonna add some honey. So I got this really cool honey contraption, but my honey kind of crystallized. So I'm gonna kind of hope that the creamy mixes it together. So I thought I had frozen mango. I don't, but I do have frozen blueberries. So we're gonna add those in there. I've seen this done with a variety of different frozen fruits, so just add whatever you think would work the best. I do think mango would be good though, because mango is so sweet. And then for a base, I'm going to use coconut water. This is Harmless Harvest coconut water, which is particularly sweet and good. I got this on sale at Costco. Otherwise, it is pretty pricey, but it definitely is sweeter than normal coconut water. All right, let's add it to the freezer. Okay, so we're gonna let these freeze overnight and then let's give them a try tomorrow. All right, so I'm back. These are all frozen now. This one is the acai bowl. This one is the protein ice cream. And then this one is the poppy. This one really expanded, so I'm a little worried about it. By the way, I left all of these out on the counter for the past hour. You can also soak them in hot water for a little bit too for best results. But if you don't, then you'll just have like a frozen rim around the creamy. No big deal. But that's why I am dabbing them off since they are definitely condensating. But I am so excited to jump into this and give these recipes a try. All right, so here's what the creamy looks like. It has an ice cream function, sorbet, light ice cream, smoothie bowl, gelato, milkshake, and then you can add your mix-ins too. So I'm gonna start with the poppy because this one's the one I'm most nervous about because it actually expanded. But I'm gonna put it in and just see what happens. And if it is too high, I will try to shave it down. It smells super good. Just lock it in. Okay, and let's go ahead and do the sorbet since it's ice. Okay, ready? All right, it's ready. Okay. All right, here we are. Look at that. That looks like actually a really perfect icy texture. Okay, so it's a little bit chunky, which is not regular for the creamy. I think I really put it to the test for this first recipe, so this probably is not the best impression of it. So I might respin it, but I don't think it's thick enough. Let's give it a little try though. Yeah, it's good. I think I'd rather try it with a real flavored soda next time. I tried the Poppy unfrozen and it's not the sweetest soda. So I think when you make it in icy form, it just is kind of lacking flavor. I'm gonna pop this back in the freezer and then we'll respin it again. All right, so before I get into the next one, let's talk about the obvious cons of the Ninja Creami. So first off, the price. So this can cost anywhere between $200 and $250. They also came out with the new Model 2 that's even more expensive, and that is definitely pricey, especially for something that you don't know if you're actually going to use. It's definitely not a super cheap small appliance by any means. I got special guest. Hi, baby. Also, this is not really gonna save you money on ice cream at that price range. You would have to buy a lot of ice cream / make a lot of ice cream to make it worth this actually saving money by making your own ice cream. The next obvious con is it is very loud. My brother-in-law called it the Ninja Creami when we first got it because he's like, whoa, what is that noise? We have to warn everybody when we are running this because it screams. It's very loud. All right, next, let's try the acai bowl. I'm really excited for this one. I'm excited to see how it blends. So let's pop it in there. I don't know why sometimes it's like harder for me than other times to get this to latch. I guess that's another complaint is when it works really easily, and then when it doesn't work, okay, there it goes. Then when it doesn't work, it's like, why is this so difficult? But you'll tell when it's latched, and then you can also tell when this is locked in too. All right, so for this one, I'm going to hit smoothie bowl. Here we go. Some people say they start their mornings with a protein creamy ice cream. I don't know how they wake up to that noise every day. It is so loud. Okay, let's give it a look. Oh my goodness, wow. Okay, this looks really good. So here's the acai bowl. Give it a try. Oh, okay, that's really good. Wow. This one again is like a little bit chunky. I feel like leaving it on the counter for an hour may not have been the best call. So I'm actually gonna respin this one right now because it's definitely really smooth, the spots that were blended, but it is just a little bit chunky still. So it's really easy to respin. You just pop it back on there. All right. So instead of smoothie bowl this time, I'm gonna hit respin. All right, so the respin definitely doesn't take as long as their normal spin. Now let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that looks good. So here's how it turned out. Oh yeah, it's completely smooth now. That is really, really good. Yeah, honestly, if you're a fan of acai bowls and you typically go out to buy them, that alone may make it worth it for you. This made it really easy to make, and I don't think another blender could get this level of thickness. So I'm gonna make a full acai bowl, give it the full try. Look how thick it is. I see that is like definitely smoothie bowl thick. Okay, so I zoomed you in so you can see the full effect. I'm gonna add some banana. I'm also gonna throw in some strawberries. And then I'm gonna add some hemp seeds to the top. All right, last but not least, I'm going to dribble a little honey. And voila, we have basically a restaurant quality acai bowl. All right, so here's what it looks like close up, and then look at how thick the acai bowl texture is. So let's give it a try with all the toppings. Yeah, this is seriously so good. So obvious pro of the Ninja Creami is the texture is unreal. It is so smooth. You keep the thickness, but it's like smoother than any blender I've ever owned. A big reason I wanted to try the acai bowl recipe is because I did want to test if you can make things beyond ice cream with this, and you absolutely can. Okay, so let's respin my Poppy. because I want to see if I can get it just a little bit smoother to do the final taste. All right, we're gonna hit the respin button. Here we go. All right. So this is how it turned out of the creamy. And really, because I let it thaw a little, that's why it's not super powdery. It is like a tiny bit chunky still, which I've never had this problem with the Ninja Creami. So I think just putting it in straight from the freezer would fix that. I let it thaw because I didn't want like that rim around it, because that's what happens when you do put it in straight from the freezer is you will get like a rim around the edge that stays frozen, but it does end up coming out smoother because it doesn't slide around the container as much. So I'm glad that I tried this one. I think the ices have potential, but I think I will just have to continue working through that. So that is a bit of a con with the Ninja Creami is overall it is fairly intuitive, although with your recipes they do take some tweaking and you end up with containers of your concoctions that you have to go through. Another con is it only comes with one container, so all the other containers you do have to buy. We bought 2 more when they were on sale and I think they were $20, so $10 each. I think that was before they were on sale. I will link them down below. But if you don't finish all the ice cream that you make, you want to put it back in the freezer and enjoy later, which is fine, but then you can't use your Ninja Creami unless you have more containers. Another pro though is this is very easy to clean. It's significantly easier to clean than a blender. You literally can pop the blade out like this and it's not even super sharp. It's literally just this that you have to clean and then rinse this off. All right, let's try the last one, which is my protein ice cream. Let's see if I'll finally get the hang of this thing. All right, oh, we got it. Awesome, that was pretty quick. I'm gonna hit the light ice cream button. All right, let's see how it went. Oh, wow. Okay, this is how it came out. It looks super smooth. Oh my goodness. Whoa, wow. This tastes so good. Wow. Based on the recipe I used, I will calculate the total calories right here and I'll try to calculate the amount of protein based on the protein powder I put in it. But this is really good. Like I would eat this often. It tastes like cake batter ice cream. So because I let it thaw for a little bit, I don't need to respin it, but I am going to mix in these teeniest, tiniest chocolate chip cookies from Trader Joe's. Zoomed in a little bit so you can see. But like that many in there. Decent amount. We're gonna hit mix in. All right, it's ready. Oh, wow. So when you do the mix-ins, the cookies don't break apart. They're still fully intact, they're just mixed through. So now let's give this a try. That is so good. Now I will say, it does have a bit of a protein powder aftertaste, which is like to be expected. There is protein powder in here, but I just like to call that out because I don't think it's exactly a replica for ice cream, but the taste is extremely close. And the chocolate chip cookies are a really good add-in for this. So I think the pudding mixed powder is the play, and I definitely recommend trying this recipe. So that completes my full review of the Ninja Creami, including 3 viral recipes that I recommend trying for yourself. Maybe use real soda for the soda one, but we'll keep working through that. If you have any Ninja recipes, please let me know. I would love to continue trying different things. So overall, this is what I'll say about the Ninja Creami. It is a very cool appliance. It is not very big, it doesn't take up too much space, and it is really fun to try new recipes. I will say, there's a lot of hype around it right now. A lot of people are talking about it and sharing their recipes, which makes it more fun. It feels like you're in part of a club where you're just sharing tips and tricks with everybody else and eating delicious ice cream. Now, this is something that does take a little bit of trial and error. So if you don't build it into your routine, like eating protein ice cream on a regular basis, I can see this becoming one of those appliances that falls into the background and starts collecting dust if you forget about it. Because I'll just be truly honest, nobody needs this. It's not going to replace anything else you currently own, but it is one of a kind. I don't know anything like it either. So if you're a huge ice cream fan and you're trying to get more protein in, or you really love that texture that the Creami makes, I definitely think it's worth it because it is worth the hype. It will get you that texture consistently and it is a ton of fun. Okay, so that concludes my Creami review. If you have any recipes, please share them down below. Share them with everybody. It's so much fun to share different concoctions and different discoveries that you make with your Creami. Thank you so much for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see what else TikTok influences me to buy. I'll see you next time. Bye!